Hi, this is Aaron. This is, I think, the 12th video in our series of videos. First series, anyway. First, I'd like to thank John for his words in his last video. I appreciate his acknowledgement of the struggle I've been through for the last decade or so. So yeah, that's about it there. But this video, I wanted to focus a little bit on the concept of the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. The common translation of that is that a photograph or a painting or whatever can tell a story worth 1,000 words. And that's one way of looking at it, but a more accurate translation is that it's 1,000 times easier to show someone how to do something than it is to tell them how to do it. There are rumors that was an old Chinese proverb that apparently turned out not to be true. It was a saying that was common in like the 1920s, and that's generally where it came from. And just to provide an example, I'll show a picture here. It's a photo of some zebras during sunset. Now, obviously that could mean a lot of things. It's just some words. There's really nothing that I can do to really explain the picture, but if I show you the picture, you can appreciate it more. It's obviously it's a very beautiful photo, and my short little explanation of what it is really did it no justice at all. And I like to compare that to something like learning Tai Chi. I've read some books on it. I've seen drawings and explanations about the different movements, the forms and stuff, and it never really worked well for me, and I never really got into Tai Chi because I was never personally shown it, and I probably won't ever actually practice Tai Chi until that time. So I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. There's some text that I found on the internet, just a list of moves that are part of the basic 24 movement form, and as you can tell, it doesn't work for anybody really. I mean, it's just a list. It doesn't really explain anything. But now, if I show you a video of someone doing Tai Chi, it all makes a lot more sense.
Now, with the right hand on top, hold an imaginary basketball like this. Then have your...
And as another example, I mean, here I have some tea. I could tell you that it's chamomile, it's got honey in it, it's sweet, it's warm, but doesn't really mean much unless you can actually taste it. And it's delicious. I think the reason that John and I have decided to do this video series is mostly because even though we are using words and we're talking, and sometimes those words don't really do the truth justice, it's more visual. You can see me, you can get a better understanding of who I am, rather than reading like an article I've written on philosophy of the Jedi or whatever. This is more of a picture. You can sit and watch and listen, and hopefully, like in the future, we'd like to have people interact. But right now, we won't be having a forum on the website. It's not going to be about that kind of participation. No ranks, no groups, just people. I mean, every Jedi site that I that I know of from the beginning of the community till now has had a forum. The vast majority of them don't do that well. They kind of die off, or there's just not much involvement with people. So I don't think we're going to go that route with Jedihood. We want to show people how to find the truth, have a relationship with the Father, rather than just talk about it. I mean, yes, I'm talking right now, but this is more of a demonstration. This is me speaking personally, and it's really not something I find very easy, because I'm not a talker. Most of my life I've been very, very quiet. This is, it's a challenge, and it's getting easier. But that's sort of beside the point. My hope is that this whole situation will be sort of like the saying, be worth 1,000 words. Not just the words that John and I have spoken, but the action that we're taking. And at this point, we actually have some plans in place that will be a demonstration. It will be a picture worth 1,000 words, I believe. My hope is that this will go beyond just videos on YouTube or whatever. It'll be more of an action than just speaking. I mean, it's difficult to describe, really. It's less about telling people what they need to know or what they need to do. It's more about accepting the Father, and not, well, one way I like to put it, it's not like when they talk about enlightenment. Enlightenment isn't about something that it's not something you do. You don't achieve it. You don't perform certain acts in order to become enlightened. It's more a matter of changing your perspective, thinking differently, changing your thought pattern. Or in another form, it's like opening your eyes to something that you didn't see before. And that's sort of what we're trying to do here. trying to encourage that sort of philosophy while not being obsessed with just philosophy. I suppose that's about it for today. I know my videos are a little shorter than John's, but I just I want to be helpful. It isn't really about me. It's not about what I want. It's just, you know, trying to fulfill a purpose. And I feel that purpose is this right here, what I'm doing right now. Because for a long time I didn't really feel purposeful. So I don't really know exactly what the future holds, but well, I guess we'll find out together. Thanks.